Now, Father, you know that the Métis do not drink any more than the whites or the Indians. Our people work hard all year long. We are allowed one day to celebrate, aren't we? Now, would you get on with the story?
Well, the petit son.
Couldn't have done it better if I'd done it. Whoa! Don't dig up, you up. Don't give me here one. I've seen me walk or tell me chat manawak. Don't tell me. Where am I? It's that rock. You know that thing's been following me since I was in the Duck Mountains east of here. It's going pretty good on one of these newfangled glaciers, especially compared to what I was used to 1,000 years ago. Oh, boy, am I hungry. Should I eat food? Oh, I look over this land and remember a time when there's nothing but water here. Now, of course, I had nothing to do with that. The water came up through the ground and filled the islands. Nagawi, my mother. So I jumped into the canoe and started to call my brothers and sisters.
I don't know. Do you trust him?
No way, man. Just think of the things he's done before.
Do we have a choice this time? I think he's really screwed up. Look at the water.
Look, brother, we have come on for safety, not to be eaten. Now tell us, what have you done?
Well, it was more of an accident. Well, anyways, we are here. Care for some bark?
Get on with it. We'll eat later.
Okay, well, I kind of flooded the earth.
What do you mean you kind of flooded the earth? What's not flooded?
Like I was saying, it was more of an accident. Now, don't...
What's on your mind besides tricks?
Brothers and sisters, doesn't argue. There's work to be done here. I could fix this. I am serious this time. I call you my brothers and sisters honestly. I need your strength and ability to swim. I need you to touch our mother. If you'll dive into the water and get some, well, will you help?
Well, okay, but you must promise to respect us and never kill us for fun. Plus, your people must always give an offering after your hunts. What must be done?
And so was Agecoutay the trickster, took a leather strap and placed it upon the otter's back.
Now dive, my brother, and swim deep.
But from exhaustion.
Beaver, your turn. No matter what happens, you will be remembered.
So Beaver took a dive. But Beaver drowned from the effort. The trickster then turned to Muskrat.
Muskrat, swim hard and touch our mother.
This time, Muskrat swam deep into the water. Muskrat dived, but only after grabbing a bit of mud from the bottom.
Hey, what am I supposed to do next? This story's not a tragedy, eh?
No. No.
What do you mean? Bart? Oh, great, blow.
And so, was Agecoutay the trickster brought the animals back to life. He then took the mud and with his breath raised Mother Earth from beneath the water. He then called for Wolverine.
Wolverine! Run around the land.
Wolverine ran around the entire Earth in 4 days.
I say! Yeah, think about that.
But this time, Wolverine does not return. Instead, he makes an offering of the flowers to Mother Earth and to the animals, as he had promised.
Hey! Take up!
Hey, trickster! You forgot your bag! Oh, darn, he'll never hear me. Need to get a muffler on that glacier.
Get up here.
Come on, Paul. Get up there, get on with it. Hey, what's
going on here? Where am I? This doesn't look the least like Renaissance Italy. Or even England, for that matter.
This is Fort Capel, July 1992.
Fort where did you say?
Fort Capel.
Look, I think you must be taking me for some other fool. I've got to go. I've got a show to do for crying out.
No, you can't go back. We really need you here.
Need me? What for? I'm an entertainer, not an explorer.
Precisely, we need an entertainer. This is a play.
This is a play? Well, what play, may I ask, with all due respect, is this?
This is the Calling Lakes Community Play, renowned across Canada. The Calling Lakes Community Play is the most innovative...
Yeah, okay, save it, lady. Just get me back to my traveling troupe of players. I'm central to the story.
Exactly. You are central to the story. Crucial to the plot. You cannot go back. I forbid it. There's been enough changes to this script already, fool. Over here, boys. And you, remember your place.
Was it something I said? Well, I guess I better make the best of it. Hey, I heard there was a babe around here in a white leather dress. Ooh, a babe in leather. She's got my attention. You know, this isn't the first time I've been across the pond. It's the first time I've been this far, though. The last time I was here, there was this guy with these 3 tugboats. The arrogance. We all know who discovered this place. It was the Vikings. And they call me a fool. Hey, tobacco. Ah! There she is. See, I told you she wore leather. A big nose. No, a flower. No. Here it is. This'll get her attention. I have never heard or seen that. It's our way of communicating with God. They come in all sizes, and when arranged in proper order, man's soul may climb upon the scales and soar to heaven. Not bad for a pickup line, eh? What are these instruments of heaven called? Well, it's kind of hokey, but they're called bells. What's your name? I don't have one.
Your people usually refer to me as girl, woman, or that real stupid one, squaw. I'm sure your women would not want to be referred to as lard butt.
Well, I know what you mean. We have names for our women, too. Skene, chick, skirt, babe. Of course, I never use any of these myself. Are you doing anything tonight?
No, not really. You see, the valley gave me birth. And then I was born into this world about 100 years ago when some woman wrote a poem about me. I'm supposed to be waiting for my lover to return. You want to know something? What? I can time travel. Watch.
Oh, me too. I know how to do that. But what I don't know is, who's that guy I saw riding a glacier?
Hey, you kind of remind me of him.
No way, babe. Madam, I am cultured and civilized. I entertain royalty.
Yeah, you remind me of him.
Forget about that guy. Say, what would you say if I offered you a trip through town?
No, I can't. Well, really, I don't want to. You see, I have to go back to the other world. My mother is calling me. But if you don't mind, can I keep this? Remember, fool, it's all a dream. Sure, at least I know where you are. Her mother? Hey, how old are you anyhow?
Remember, I am as old as the hills.
Well, this place is creepy.
He's got my bag. Hey!
Who are you? Hey, it's you! Hey, where am I? I can't seem to get a straight answer anyway.
We gotta translate everything for these people. Holy Lake includes 100 or more names. Akron, Mission, Katepa, and Fort Capella and Beautiful Capel Valley. Hey, what is that?
Oh, it's a bag I found. It's got a lot of weird things. Feather, braided blue grass.
Okay, that's funny. Yeah, I can see that. Hey, do you play games? It's a guessing game.
Okay, how do you play?
Your bones? What's that? Now I have to think. Your job.
Okay, I get it. These primitives and their little games. Little does he know I'm in.
Do you have an output on that thing? Like you can turn it up?
Cool! You ready? You know, there's something in the name of that lake.
Hey, wait a minute, what are you doing? How am I supposed to guess when you're jumping around like that?
Hey, they're also an Aboriginal dude and heavy on the original. When I play, I gotta move and think.
This is definitely not the sort of English.
Come on, get!
Well, right strike that plank.
Amazing! Truly amazing! Now it's my turn.
No hard feelings, okay? Now.
Oh! Oh, I shoot! Wrong Aboriginal dude!
This is kind of boring.
You're right. You have the game now. You want me to go back?
A mirror. I'm metal afraid.
How about today?
Okay. Well, what do you bet?
Well, I've got this golden rock.
Sure. That's fair.
Hey, say! Shoot!
Right towards that way. Damn, wrong.
Oh! Ha! Lucky guess. I win.
Hey! You cheated!
Hey! What do you do before you call me an Indian Debra? Here. You're kind of gold. USA! USA! Moi me chat na hill walk out there. You walk part time on the walk out there, people.
What the God? That's just like everything for these people. Find kids, wake up right now.
Daddy, what did you do with him?
Where's Dad? Fishing, you should have gotten up with the girls. The last fight you see that sword and get it like his father. Where is he fishing? Where do you think? On top of the valley.
We're going to have to move that unit further down the narrowing.
No, is it true?
The stars are here.
Well, they're like the fish.
I told you they would come. There's people that have seen them.
What will happen when they come and live beside us?
Will we have to live with them?
Well, I don't know what is going to happen. They live a different way from us. Not for 1 or 2 seasons, but some people say 10 or 15 winters. And the way they look, it's so fuzzy. They look like a little bear. They're so hairy.
Do they have children and toys?
Where did they come from and how did they get here?
Bend down and dig deeper. Pull hard.
Gee, Grandma, how do you use it?
It is called Wildcat. They use it for sore throat. You boil it. You can take a bite of it and suck it.
But how do we know these medicines are good for us?
The animals tell us. They keep the balance of the earth. You are young, Moses. Times are changing. You must remember these things. That is why I bring you out here. Disakin shall know this.
Keep walking and we'll help you under the sky. I'm scared. Feel the baby's scared. Don't think about being scared. Think about the baby you're going to bring into this world. Look at these women here. They have good medicine. Well, I guess there's no way out now. Well, there better be a way out for baby. It's going to hurt. You've heard that before. Ah! Breathe and baby will know which way is out. She is beautiful. Did you see her? She is beautiful. Daddy West, need to see her. The baby looks well today.
Yes, today. But I wonder what she will see in her life. The world is changing. Maybe one of these days the women will be chiefs.
The world is always changing. Future dream time. Come here and I'll show you what I mean. Want a hint? Get along, little doggy, get along. The suckers are coming, the suckers are coming. We're getting way ahead of ourselves. All those land-hungry settlers now get.
You must go and find this man that entertains royalty. You must have a smoke with him. You must ask him and find out what he wants here. If he's lost, help him to find what he's looking for.
First, we have some fur trading sometimes here.
I miss my home, I miss my wife. Hello, Zenu, Patty John. Hello, Zenu, Patty John. Patty John, gonna live, yeah. Hello, Zenu, Patty John. Patty John, gonna live, yeah. Where I go, he goes. Hello, Zenu, Patty John. Followed by mosquitoes. Hello, Zenu, Patty John. Hello, Zenu, Patty John. Patty John, gonna live, yeah. We offer you this kind toast. The devil take the hindmost. Halloween, Patterson. Patterson gonna live there. Halloween, Patterson. Patterson gonna live there. Halloween, Patterson. Patterson gonna live there. Halloween, Patterson. Patterson gonna live there.
Neil Mackay arrived. 95.
Thompson's map is right. 3 big lakes. I wonder where the Cree are.
This is their winter camp. There are large amounts of fish and protection from winter.
The buffalo are on top of the valley.
We must meet them. Find them and tell them we want to start trade with them.
Here, sir. Is this the place?
Easy on that trunk, lads. Yes, fool, this is the place. We want to be facing east. That's important to the Indians. Put it up in haste, lads. Winter won't wait for us.
Yes, sir.
Who does this guy think he is, the king of Scotland?
There, that'll do. I wouldn't tease him too much about his Scottish background. He has a chip on his shoulder.
I know, I got a chip on my butt from the canoe ride over here.
The Cree are here. Easily, speak to them. Tell them of the buffalo.
Tante, Ekwakia. We are traders from the Northwest Trading Company. We'd like to talk to your headman.
Your men are known to us. We'd like to greet your men.
We come with an open mind and an open heart.
We brought a trunk with us.
We'd like to share the trunk with you.
Namoya, we must smoke first.
You got something that I want, I got something that you need. Let's get together and see if we can do a little trading. You got something that I want, I got something that you need. Let's get together and see if we can do a little trading.
Now we can talk about your trunk.
Open it up, lads.
A stump. You can see we have many goods to make your people's lives better. Now, brother, I ask for your help.
What is it you like? Maybe I can help.
You see that man? His name's Mackay. He brought us here from a place called Fort Garry.
Where people are interested in the buffalo, Hines.
We have many goods for you people. Can you help us?
The elders have agreed to trade, but your men must respect the land and the people that live here.
Elizabeth and Michael Hall, Irawaka Township, Ontario, 1880. You got it. That's where the other place was. Yay!
Mama, I don't want to go to bed.
Of course you don't want to go to bed. If you wanted to go to bed, I would probably faint dead away. But it is time for you to go to bed, and your sister too. Now off with you.
But Mama...
Off with you. Emma can wash in the morning. And back. Water's cold now anyway.
Huh?
You've been gazing at that scrap of paper for going on a half hour now. Not a word out of you but huh and oh. Just what are you doing? All you're wondering about.
Well, there's 160 acres of good, rich farmland, and it'll produce a profit the very first year. And Bessie, they're giving it away.
160 acres of rich farmland. Giving it away, are they? And who precisely is giving away this land? The government, I suppose. Michael, we have a good life here in Aramasa.
A better life. Our own farm. You know better than I do, Bessie. Your papa's farm isn't going to go to me. And I'm not going to move into York to earn a wage when we can have our own land. Why, that'll be a damn crime.
It isn't a crime to feed your family through an honest day's work. Hello, Dennis. Why, come in, Eleanor. Haven't known you to be keeping such late hours. But would you care for tea? Oh, no, thank you, Beck. I just popped over with this herb recipe I found. Supposed to help you keep your baby. So, it's less than awful.
Bessie?
Lost the last one. We've got 3 healthy children, Eleanor. Come and I'll fix you a hot cider. Michael, you make sure the children are sleeping.
But Bessie!
Michael, we'll talk later. Oh. Eleanor? Yes, sir? Michael is going to be wanting to move out to the Northwest Territories. It's a homestead. I know it hurts his pride, you know, that we don't have our own land in Aramasa. He wants his own farm. Oh, Betty, you're not going to move out to the Northwest Territories. I know we have our different opinions, but you are my best friend. I'm telling you, there's nothing out there but a few buffalo and a bunch of Indians. And that fellow Rachael fighting the government. I guess he wants to run the country. Anyway, they're not about to let your husband plop himself down on any old piece of land he wants to call his own. I read the paper after all. Yes, I know you do, Eleanor. We won't get into that old argument about Rachael. You know the Indians around here. They're all right. Not just like us, but peaceful. Well, they don't bother us anyway. They stay on their land, we stay on ours. But it's different out there. They're wild. Oh, yes, honey. You better begin making them to bed. Well, Eleanor, thank you for the recipe. You know, I will have some. We're looking forward to a strapping young boy. We'll be needing him for the farm, I guess. Elizabeth, hold. Don't go talking crazy like that. Never mind, Eleanor. I'll come by tomorrow with some eggs. Michael! Where are you? Michael! I want to talk to you.
Chosen one, the land goes to the firstborn son. I'll read here in the papers that away out there the land is black. But if you're strong and true and good, you're looking out on a bottle full of work and love for everyone. And a little less will be gone. When you still watch for the day, wish all the good things yesterday. 60 acres, no one telling you what to do. That you have all your own, something you can hold on We've always dreamed of owning land to let it into our hands. I know it's yours forevermore. You're the only one you're working for. You know it's you, the only way to make our dreams come true. It's always making way from 1,000 miles away. Longer than 60 acres, no one tells you what to do. A place that you can call your own, something you can hold on to. 60 acres, no one telling you what to do. More than just a crazy dream, something you can hold on to.
This woman is getting ahead of things. We haven't even finished the training.
Yeah, really. And this is my best scene. Very demanding. I do believe I do a good job.
Oh, yeah? Need to see me at the treaty signing.
Hey, take it easy. We'll get back to the traders and your food. And we'll be boys, right?
Dear Marianne, I know that this letter will not reach you until next year. I write to confirm my love for you. The land here is like the Garden of Eden. It holds in abundance buffalo, beaver, fox, and wolf. The hides will sell well in the markets of England and Upper Canada.
Must I work with this fool? Oh, yeah, must we work with this fool?
Hey, easy on the name. I come from a long tradition of fools. Perhaps you've heard of King Lear.
The King Lear. Hey, isn't that the bar down at Fort Ellis?
All right, just do the work. We don't have time to go through your family bloodline. with all its beauty and peace, the land delivers the coldest winters known to civilized man. It's so cold.
How cold is it?
I swear that time freezes. Then you hear for miles. When loneliness takes over, I believe I hear your voice traveling down the St. Lawrence, over the lakes of Huron and Superior, across the plains and down the Capel Valley, guiding itself into my heart. These Indians remind me of the clansmen. They are so free and they do enjoy their freedom. But how long will that freedom last before the British Empire squeezes them like their brothers in the East? We have learned this well in Scotland. Remember, the sun never sets on the Empire because God doesn't trust them either. I love you like the soul of Scotland. P.S. There is a couple forming between a young Cree lass named Plant Woman and one of our young men.
I don't want to marry a white man. I've met only one. You could always run away. There are many people living west of here. That was a strange Cowie. And anyways, I would have no relatives, and I would still live in it. What are you afraid of? Making love to him? Living with a maniac? Everything. How do I dress? What do I say? How do I behave? What do they do in the praying house? I have no answer. Just be patient and try to understand. The whites are not the same as us. They are different. Cowie thinks it's a good idea. He did not ask me what I wanted. You are young. You have no parents. You have no children. That is why they chose you. I thought that was the reason.
What's wrong? You're usually very happy to be here.
You're making a fool out of me. I want to have a family. We could take these children that have no parents. Plant Woman would love these children because she is one of them.
This marriage is going to help everybody. The Scots stay with our women. The head man Mackay will trade us fair with the trade. It will bind us together as a family. The community is going to benefit from it.
Do I call you brother? What's your decision?
There is an agreement between Tawi and you, Mackay. Your people are to come to our camp.
Mackay, you told me there was to be a gift.
Yes, for you. This will show my happiness for the marriage.
Now I can believe you when you call me brother.
Marshal Pale, where are you going?
We've made a mistake.
What makes you say this?
We are losing Plant Woman. She knows the medicine of the land. And what did we get? A gun. She won't live with us. And you're not thinking straight with all of this drinking.
You don't know that. Marshal Pale, you're talking with anger, not your mind. Come, we've been asked for a drink. A stump.
To your health, lads, to your health. Drink hearty.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers!
Which bush do you want? Take that bush there. We'll get these berries picked before they rot on us. Did you hear Plant Woman is going to marry that white trader? I wouldn't want to marry a white man. Me too. A hairy man? If I wanted him hairy, I would make him wear bearskin pajamas.
Why do people remember my birth as the day the Wapskawias came? What makes it so important?
Our world started to change. Do you remember a time when there was no mirror or metal?
No.
Kikawi and I remember a time before all this. That makes us different.
So you're saying I'm not a Cree?
Chuck! You are Cree. You are not white. A new kind of Cree person. Remember, to be one of us, you must first believe in the earth, your mother, especially now.
The land is changing too. When the buffalo are gone, we will die.
Kimostoin, you won't die. There is your father and all your relatives. They will look after you and all the children. If the buffalo die, we can ask the fish, geese, and berries to feed us. The earth has always given us what we need. We must believe.
Their God is more powerful than the old way. Will I burn in the big fire and live with the devil?
Balance your life, and you will live with all the grandfathers and grandmothers. Think of the stories. Jimakashinkia. Listen to your mother. Think of the stories.
Stop where you write.
They did.
The traders, LaRock and Harmon. The year is 1821.
Hey, Harmon, you dog, you're still around.
You're still ugly. Remember this place?
Oh, yeah, I've been through here many a time. So what are you doing here? You got transferred, right? I thought since the murder you were stuck out in the boonies. Mr. Hudson. Hudson Bay, that is.
The name's Harmon. Came down to visit and pick up some supplies. Even a crusty old dog like me gotta get out once in a while, huh? This was one of the grand old posts of the Northwest Trading Company. Remember the Hudson Bay post down the river? Damn, there used to be some good fights.
Oh, yeah, right, just east there. I remember those fights.
Exactly, I was there, alone, defending the post.
Hey, I thought I was telling the story. Wait a minute, go on, I'm telling the story. You'll get your turn.
There I was, alone, defending the post. Those bums were coming. I still hear them. Harmon, you dirty arse! Get your butt out of that post and we'll burn it and whatever's in front of it. I was ready for him. One more step.
Where was that? South Post, or was that in your dreams?
You know those Hudson Bay were bastards. They burned many a post.
Well, I can tell you this. I remember those Hudson Bay posts burned down by the Northwest backers.
Only in self-defense. Or revenge.
Your company burnt those posts so your company can have the land. And of course, with the land comes the trade.
The land belonged to England. It was Charles II that claimed it, and we're a company of the empire.
That wasn't English land, that was Cree land.
You're wrong with Blackwood land.
Well, now you see my point.
The empire's not without heart, my friend. There'll be treaties made with you people.
Oh, yeah, the Indian people. But we media are angry. We have been forgotten in all treaties, even though this is our land.
Look, chap, you fellas live with us, so we treat you no differently. The land was up for grabs.
Well, Harmon, I don't know everything, but I do believe what my Indian brothers tell me is true. We're all going to die eventually, right? So who does really own the land? And also what the priest is saying, what is it in a man to have everything in the world if he loses his soul?
Look out! Here come the surveyors!
Divide and subdivide, cut up in quarters. Each time you draw a line, you get to borders. Divide and subdivide, cut up in quarters. Each time you draw a line, you get to borders. Keep working, don't be slow, we are the lost things. They pass the Homestead Act and we'll be a province. Divide and subdivide, cut up in quarters. Each time you draw a line, you get to borders. Divide and subdivide, cut up in quarters. Each time you draw a line, you get to borders. Hammer the stakes in, quick like a bunny. Settlers are coming soon, and time is money. Divide and subdivide, cut up in quarters. Each time you draw a line, you get to borders. Divide and subdivide, cut up in quarters. Each time you draw a line, you get to borders. Divide and subdivide, cut up in quarters. Each time you draw a line, you get to borders.
Hey! Steady, boys! It's these damn mosquitoes!
Oh, son, they're the bloodsucker of the North. Now hang on to that marker.
Hey, what are you guys doing? Nobody told us they were coming. Sticking poles in the ground, that's ridiculous.
Remember, this will be one of the reserves. There, that does it. Tomorrow we're going to do the Northwest Mounted Police Reserve.
Is that me, Dad?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I'll have it.
All right.
Community and tell them what we have seen.
Future dream time. There they are again. These people just continue to come until they fill the land. Come here, and I'll show you their stuff. Along with their stuff, they brought other treasures. Their dreams, their fears, and their way of living.
Oh, bring it into the kitchen, Fred. I want to pack my china in that trunk. It's big enough and it's sturdy.
And heavy enough. How do you expect me to lift it when it's full of china? I hardly think an ox can pull it.
2 oxen. You did arrange for 2 oxen, didn't you, Fred? Because I'm taking the sideboard. Familiar things to make me feel at home.
Feel at home, eh, Hetty? We have to build the home first.
I know that, Fred. But they did say that we could store our things at the station, didn't they?
I will bring my Bible. I don't need anything else.
Buffalo in Fort Propel? Winnie Cake's not big enough for my little girl. She has to...
I'm 22 years old, Mama. Hardly a little girl.
My little girl, she has to conquer the West, all on her own.
I don't want to conquer anything. I want to earn $50 a month, which no one is going to pay me for teaching school or sewing dresses for the fancy Winnipeg society ladies. And besides, being a telegraph operator isn't something to be ashamed of, is it?
Katie, I'm proud of you. You know that. But you remember, when you get out there, lock your doors.
Won't be ready when you arrive, but as soon as I have some capital saved, be assured that it all will go directly to our home. Mrs. Swinehart will be arriving in the spring, when I hope our year-long separation will also come to an end, my dearest. You needn't worry about the Indians. They are living peaceably on their reserved land and hardly bother us at all.
All I want is freedom to practice my own religion.
All I want is to own my own land.
Will, look, your mother's there. I see her. She's waving her hanky. There.
I see an ocean of waving white hankies. Oh, by golly, yes, I see her. Goodbye, Mother.
Bye.
Goodbye, Mother. Darling.
It's done now. There's no turning back. Well, what is it then? Shall I be there in 2 weeks?
Oh dear, I'll never see them again.
Lock my doors.
Yes, Mother, I intend to lock my doors. Is it idiotic, really? I mean, am I foolish? Well, I'll likely be the only lady, the only white lady for miles around. The only single lady, I should think. I wonder what those Indians are like.
What is that, fool?
My house. Beauty, isn't it? I've imported all the furniture and kitchenware.
You know, if you continue this trend, you'll become dependent on other people to make your own goods. Like the Americans. Does this thing move?
Move? Why do you think they call us settlers? Because we move?
I think.
Sarah Pratt and her husband Charles Pratt in August 1874.
Chance, Sarah.
Chance.
Weeds. Suppose they think we put this garden in especially for them, eh?
Well, the garden is new to us too, Charles. Vegetables will take strength from the land when we learn better how to tend them.
Yes.
How was it today? Did the people receive you well?
It's difficult. Some listen to the words, some don't. There's hostility, particularly from the medicine men. The traditional ways are still so strong.
You must be patient. Even I have my doubts sometimes. Don't you, Charles? You know you do. It's scary to think when we go to heaven our ancestors won't be there.
I'm not worried about our ancestors. Jesus says there are many rooms in his Father's house. I believe this, whether or not the church leaders practice it. The carrots, look.
Oh, Charlie, that's our way. You can't expect our people to leave sweet, delicious carrots in the earth.
Change is inevitable. Look at us. We've changed, haven't we?
We believe in the new God, but he's a new God. He loves us and we're learning to love him.
And we love our people, too. That's what makes it so difficult for me.
Yes, I know.
Good day, Pratt. Mrs. Pratt. Greetings, McDonald. Sarah, would you get this man some refreshment?
Yes, Mr. McDonald?
Tea will be lovely, thank you. Oh, it's an uphill battle, isn't it? Glad you come, McDonald. I've been meaning to talk to you. Is it about the liquor again? We've been over this before, Pratt. Indians want to trade for liquor and other things. Economics, pure and simple. Liquor is a tool of the devil. You are a Christian,
Economics, Pratt. Economics will govern this country.
Christ in economics, Mr. McDonald. Thank you. Thank you. Sarah?
Chance, your children are hungry? We have fresh meat.
And carrots, too. We could make a stew.
And carrots. The land is good to us. A stump. The rabbit meat is in the cellar.
I'll tell you why I've come, Pratt.
You come about the treaty negotiations.
How did you know? Oh, yes, the Indians want you to interpret for them.
Interpret for the Indians and the Queen's men? I thought you learnt the Cree and Solo tongues.
The interpreter must naturally translate for both sides. You're the only man for the job. You realize that, don't you? There aren't many around who can speak 5 languages.
I see. Yes, I'll interpret.
Good. Let the chiefs know that the Queen has their best interests at heart. And we'll work out the rest later. And what's this I hear about Typot?
Typot and Starblanket will not sign.
I will not attend these meetings.
My people do not want to live on the reservation.
It is the same for my people. We have decided to move west of the hills, where there is still some buffalo.
I do not care if they put me in jail to demonstrate their power over me. They cannot stop me from thinking what I want.
I agree. The priests and their police are the same. They try to frighten us. This is not the way to knowledge or the spirit. I listen to the grandfathers.
We are not going. Our people will care for themselves.
These meetings are not for us. And they know that I'm not afraid to use the gun. We are leaving.
So they won't sign. Darrel, they'll be around in a week or so with the documents. You will have news then, I presume.
I will do my best. The chiefs are not always quick to decide. They will want to counsel more with our people.
They are wise men, the chiefs.
Sarah?
Goodbye, Charles.
Goodbye.
Charles, do you trust that man?
Yes, I trust him. McDonald's a man who keeps his word.
He's also known for keeping a threat. Do you trust him as you trust our Lord?
No, it's a different kind of trust.
Odessa, Russia.
Don't go. You'll never survive the trip, much less the harsh Canadian climate.
We'll make it. We're still young, and the land out there is free for the taking, not like here. We'll be able to own land. We'll be free.
Freedom, Scotland. I'm sick and tired of these cold, damp winters here. I hear that in Canada, in the Northwest Territories, there's plenty of firewood to keep you warm.
Winter. Ireland. I'm a widow with no way to feed my children here. In Canada, I'll be able to make a living doing something.
Opportunity. Hungary. Yoy, there's opportunity in that country. We'll be rich.
Prosperity. London, England. So, you're not still thinking of going off to the Northwest Territories, are you? You must be out of your mind.
Out of my mind. They're giving away the land. I'd have to be crazy to stay here.
Who cares about the land if the beer tastes like horse piss?
The Red River settlement. Yes, the climate is harsh. Yes, there are many hardships. But the Lord keeps me warm and he keeps me strong so that I may continue my work with the Indians.
Faith. Germany. I want a new life in the new world.
A new life. Freedom. Opportunity. Land.
Land. The signing of Treaty 4, September 1874.
You may be wondering what a two trips are doing at Soto Creek treaty negotiation. Easy. I've come to see what's going to be like living here. We are coming out now, but there is some business we have to take care of in Minnesota. The American soldiers are after us because of an incident with the storekeeper.
Good God, man! Where are the Indians? And what do you think should be done, sir? Let's take our India election first. Well, Mr. Pratt! All the communities are not yet arrived.
Pratt is here. He has arrived, just as we were told by the people from the east and from the south. I have met this man Morton, who demands to speak with us.
I am not going anywhere today.
Tell Pratt he must talk longer before he goes to the meeting with Morton. Remember, we have to be tough.
Tell Pratt what was said. Yes, be tough. But things are hard. When was the last time you ate buffalo? Is there going to be enough food for our people this winter?
I don't believe this. We travel from Fort Garry to the Capel, the gathering place, in 15 days, and they are not ready.
Well, to be fair, sir, they have brought their families.
So that's the superiority of the great soldier system. Right, get in there and see what's holding them up.
Yes, Mr. Morton. And if they don't come?
Encourage the man. Tell them that we've traveled, and I deserve the respect of a meeting face to face. The white man keeps coming and taking. He doesn't think of us.
Their queen and government says they'll take care of us. Mothers will take care of us. Not the queen mother.
But the buffalo are nearly gone, and there's more of Goyak coming. We must go and talk with these men.
We must wait. Wait for everybody to arrive. I will speak to the community leaders who will speak for us.
This crazy time. Everything is changing. These Muniash and her great white mother.
How come they always talk about the great white mother and her power? But we never see any women at these meetings.
They don't act like any people who have ever lived here before. Do they only give power to one woman and the rest of the women have no power?
The men should think of the future and their children.
I traded with the Ojibwe women yesterday. Beautiful down feathers for my pillows.
It's illegal to trade with those women. Didn't you know that?
Well, of course I know that.
Now, why in heaven's name would it be illegal? I could never understand.
Why, it's illegal because the lawmakers know that we have more in common and there are differences between us. And what, pray tell, do we have in common with those women?
Well, children for one.
That's true.
And who makes these laws?
The politicians do, of course.
Well, ladies, it would be a different world if the women ran this country.
So how come they didn't ask us?
Well,
How come they didn't ask us?
Maybe we are more in common than we ever Now come these records, wonderful and people today have no idea what's really like. These short facts we do. These short facts we do. Now come these records, wonderful and people today have no idea what's really like. These short facts we do. These short facts we do. These short facts we do. These short facts we do.
You have had time to select your spokesman. The Queen has children all over the world, and she does right with law. The Queen knows that you are poor, and it is hard to find food for children. She is always cared for her red children as much as her white children. She wants to do something for you, so that when the buffalo are more scarce, you may be able to do something for yourself. If you take the Queen's hand, she'll provide you with cattle, seed, land to farm. She will give you money to buy supplies for 20 years. She is ready to give you a school and schoolmaster for as long as the sun shines and water flows. We ask you to speak and open your heart to us.
You see, sitting outside are mixtures of Creed, half-breed, Soto, and Stony. All are one, yet you fail to take the hand of the half-breed. All of these things are things that are in my way.
The Queen cares for them. You may leave the half-breed in the hands of the Queen, who will deal generously and justly with them.
Who surveyed this land? Was it the Hudson's Bay Company? And why are you staying in the company's house?
Why did your company receive 300,000 pounds? Your company stole that land. We want that money.
The company has a right to certain land granted to it by the Queen. The Queen will do what is fair and just for the company, the Indians, the half-breed, and the whites. Whatever she promises, we will carry out.
We can't agree to the money granted for supplies. We want the money granted for 50 years, not for 20.
Hey, this dude is on something. How can the Queen get money for land she don't already own?
Quit whining. Face back. The old days are over. Your silly mudball is worthless to you now.
No, it is outside my power to grant these changes. Are the Queen's red children ready to sign the treaty? Before we sign, we want each chief to have a copy of the treaty. Yes, that is what we want. We'll send a copy to each chief.
Kind of funny. These chiefs came independently. They signed a treaty and leave under the escort of the Queen's army.
Just hush. Well, I don't like it either. It's ugly, and I don't want to live on our own farm if it's going to be ugly.
It isn't home yet, Emma. It's harsh and cruel. But when you own the land, then it's all beautiful, even if it's ugly.
Mama says there's a valley not far. Full of Indians. Indian reserves there.
One of the Indian license Goodwin.
I don't expect you'll have to have much to do with that.
I didn't want our family to come out here, children. There's so much I'm afraid of.
Oh, yes, Mother.
Our land, the whole family's land. Just say it.
No, I'm turning into a dreamer myself.
Look, Mom, the valley.
The valley!
We ride something like cut up in water. Each time we draw a line, you get to borders. We ride something like cut up in water. Each time you draw a line, you get to borders. Show us the latitude, straight as your arm is. Show us the longitude, that's where your farm is. We ride something like cut up in borders. Each time you draw a line, you get to borders. We ride something like cut up in borders. Each time you draw a line, you get to borders.
Something is rising, can anyone see it? Am I the only one with a vision? It feels like a fever is growing and growing, and someone must make a decision.
Where are we going and why must we follow the way of the life we are living? The sins of the Father, the blood of the Son, the burdens it must be forgiven. There's a fire in the valley tonight. There's a flame and a shipwreck the weather. There's a fire
The drums beat in mourning for 4 days and 4 nights, marking the dark age of a civilization.
I don't know. I understand what you're talking about, but I don't know if I understand what you're talking about.
You'll get used to it. The future, agriculture. You know, like Mother Earth providing and feeding the world and all that.
You cut into the earth, you plant, you harvest. But what is given in return?
That's yours.
It's not just the land, you know. There are people out there scared to use my name. My own people. They have to hide and speak their own thoughts.
Change, it's inevitable. It happens to everyone. Cheer up.
Don't you have a world to feed?
You should be more like me, then you wouldn't worry so much.
I'm a trickster, not a fool.
Holy moly, here comes the train! The train! You see
in 1883, 20 miles from the post in Fort Capel. To my mother, it was like armies of human ants swarming in.
Look at their clothes. How can they move? And look at the lady's hair. They expect to farm the land?
How do they survive if you still needing help?
Sure, you slow to me, white women.
I walk all the way to Capel Station to pick up Hetty's cherished possessions. A 3-day walk from Dysart because both my oxen fell through the ice and drowned in a slough. And now this prairie fire has destroyed everything. We will not let this prairie land defeat us. We will endure.
This land. How does Father expect to make this land for the first year? We're not even going to get this land cleared in time for spring seeding.
Well, why does this land have to be so rocky anyway? Father said it was rich, just waiting to be tilled.
I don't know. I suppose Aramasa farms were rocky too. But not frozen, solid most of the year. That's the worst.
Well, I guess we're lucky Father even has a ways from the Wise Heart Farm.
Yeah.
Children!
Oh.
Hear me. Now how am I going to get that big mattress out that little door to air in the sunshine? A big house, your father said, didn't he, Patty? Ha! Maybe by the turn of the century. It's the grain, it's harvested, there's a market for it. That dreamer. Oh my. Oh my! A visitor? A visitor. Thought of our hut barely dry. If Why, it's Sally Hatfield, the English lady from Cassette. A visitor it's unheard of. I wonder how she's holding up. Mrs. Hatfield? Have you walked all the way from Cassette? You must be. Why, sit right down here, and Fanny will bring you water. Fanny? Yes, Mother. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Hall. I'm exhausted. But we haven't any horses to spare from the field. Which is why I've come, actually. Oh, Mrs. Hatfield, I'm so sorry. But Michael has taken hour 2 for the work at the Wise Park farm. I haven't any idea when he'll finish there. It could be days. Mrs. Hall, I despise this country. How do you manage with all your children to look after? It's so desolate. The workday never stops. I don't have any children yet. And William, will I never see him? He's working for somebody else, or he's preparing the field for seeding, with all those Indian men hired to help him. We can't even afford to pay those Indians wages. They're probably making more money from our farming than we are. They work for next to nothing, those men. Well, that is true, but they're paid what they're worth. Mrs. Hatfield, you must be missing England. You must miss the shops. I know I miss being able to shop in York once a year. Yes, I miss the cities. I miss my family. This great new life, when does it begin? I would go back to England tomorrow. Except William is convinced we'll be rich and he won't budge from this desert. There is wealth in the land. How many years of hardship are worth some vague future wealth? Do you ever visit the valley, Mrs. Hatfield? Yes. I find that its natural beauty restores my faith in God and in our new life. When I need to, I travel there to meditate on our great good fortune. Yes, well, I visit the post at Fort Capel when I can. The valley? I mean, Elizabeth, there's so many Indians there. Aren't you afraid? I quite enjoyed the few words I have exchanged with the half-breed men. The women and the Indians, why, we never see them. Seems to me they're more isolated than we on their reserved land.
Good day, ladies. I'm here to inform you that the Minnesota Sioux Standing Buffalo people have arrived in the area. But I don't want you to be alarmed.
Not alarmed! The customers!
No, ma'am. Standing Buffalo people are a different language of people. They've ran into trouble with the American government, but they're not here to massacre us. In Manitoba, they were quite cooperative, almost tame. One thing I do is watch your livestock. They may be pretty hungry. But I have to go, ladies. Good day to you.
Who goes there?
Sorry, son. Hard-working labor. Future on Buffalo.
A Chinaman?
A what? I mean, a who?
Doesn't matter. Take it $200.
Why do I have to pay these taxes on my head?
Government, Charlie. Times are hard.
Maybe you should try farming, Charlie. Every little bit helps.
Have you heard? Orientals can't own land.
And...
Where's the mud ball?
Oh, my sweet Lord! They're coming this way! Elizabeth, I mean, they're coming! It looks more like Sue, just like you warned us!
Sally Hatfield, get a hold of yourself. Just stay calm.
Danny, get in the house. This minute. Oh, Lord, please look after the girls. Look after the children. Sally, calm down. Get inside with the children. Excuse me, ma'am, but get inside.
We'd like to trade for food.
Mrs. Hall, please be careful. Mrs. Hatfield, would you get some flour, eggs, and tea? It's all in boxes there.
What's wrong with that woman? Is she possessed by a spirit?
Yes. The spirit of loneliness and fear. Please don't be scared of her. She means no harm.
She should find herself, or she'll be lost out here. This is how we can offer you. Duck feathers and moccasin.
Fine. Isn't it illegal for you to be trading off the reserves with us?
My people are not in a reserve. We are searching for land where we can make our home.
Look, I am sorry. To be honest, you people scare me.
What do you have to be scared of? Do we bring guns to your house, or do we ask you to move from your home?
No.
These things I talk about are part of our lives. People have brought guns to our homes, pointed them at our wives and children. We have crossed into the land ruled by the great white mother, hundreds of miles from my grandfather's grave.
Well, I never thought about it that way.
How could you? There's never a time or place for our people to meet.
May I offer you some tea and hard biscuits?
We will not risk entering the home of a white woman. We must remain on good terms with those who maintain your laws. We leave you now.
I see. Thank you. Mr. Paul. Elizabeth. You're not going to trade away your children's supper for a few feathers. I think the trade is more than fair.
Ah! It's Loud Voice, the proud hunter. Look at him now.
This damn equipment. First, the Indian agents make you cut all the trees down. Then they make you remove all the stones out of the ground. We burn sweetgrass and give thanks to Mother Earth. It does not feel the same. We have stripped our Mother Earth, but we must feed the communities. Now here comes the biggest agent of change.
Edward, the Indian agent.
How's your squaw doing?
You should know.
I want to talk to you. You've got to tell your people the Sundance is no longer allowed. We heard rumor of a Sundance. Any truth to that?
Your rules make no sense to our people.
Look, boy, I don't make the rules. It's mostly the priests who insist your braves don't beat the tom-tom, okay? The police really don't care one way or the other.
And you, Edward?
Me? I have a job to do. With a little luck, I'll get a promotion and I'll get away from you, scum. Remember, boy, when you harvest this field, I sell him towers. Anyone selling without a permit goes to jail in Fort Capel, and I'm not going to be lenient this year.
Yes, we have to go to town with you to sell the grain. The Wapskawias can sell as they please to make money for their families. We make money for you.
Watch your tone, loud boys. The white meats, as you call us, own their land. They can do as they please. You know damn well this equipment, the land you live on, all belongs to the Crown. And since I am an agent of the government, I am responsible for everything that goes on around here. So get to work clearing this field, so be ready in time for seeding. Doesn't your family help you?
Our children are in the industrial school. How do you expect them to work in the fields when you take them away too?
Had nothing to do with that. Remember, it was not so long ago your people were starving. Change. Change, loud boys. You've got to learn to live with it.
I have talked with some of your people. They tell me they came here for freedom, for land. Because where they came from, there was no freedom, no land. Maybe it was our land that have fed your starving people. You may see me as a savage in rags, but what do you have in store for our land? Where does it say in the treaty we have to give our lives over to the government of Canada?
And I'm telling you, loud boys, keep your head out of the clouds, or you and your people are going to be a lot worse off than they are today. We can't have these people hunting, roaming the hills, scaring the settlers. Why, I wouldn't need to be here if these people knew how to run things on their own in a civilized fashion, like our elected leaders. Oh, my God, I wouldn't have a job.
Hey, what's going on? Are you still here? Don't you have someone to arrest? Or reserved to run?
Yes, in fact, I do have some arrests to make. Something to do with the Sundance. Fellow agents, do your work.
We're gonna do what we want, when we want to do it. Any old way to do it. We're gonna put them through it. We're Indian agents, and if anyone asks for something, we're gonna tell them one thing, then we're gonna do another. If anyone wants to see a friend on another reservation, if we don't like the way they look, we're gonna kill their aspirations. We're Indian agents, and if anyone asks for something, we're gonna tell them one thing, then we're gonna do another. If anyone wants to make a trade, they'll list our hands or butts first. Before we let the deal go down, we're gonna get our butts first. We're gonna do what we want, when we want to do it. Ain't no way to view it. We're gonna put them through it. We're Indian agents, and if anyone asks for something, we're gonna tell them one thing, then we're gonna do another. We don't care if they don't like us, we will do just what she likes us. If we want to overcharge here, we don't care, 'cause we're in charge here. We're gonna do what we want, when we want to do it. Any old way to view it, we're gonna put them through it. We're Indian agents, and if anyone asks for something, we're gonna tell them one thing, then we're gonna do another. We're gonna do another. We're gonna do another. Out of my way.
And you see how the Queen takes care of her rich children?
Yes, but the half-breeds, did she take care of them? The half-breeds had to fend for themselves. They were denied passage to visit their brothers and sisters, the Crees and Sotos. Look, here's J.Z. LaRock.
My name is J.Z. LaRock. My family has lived in the valley for over 100 years now. The Brett is our community, with a long history of the Métis and the Roman Catholic Church. It is easy to see the devotion of our people in the church, which has been here since 1868. With the inspiration of the Oblate Fathers, we are planning to build a new church. Those field rocks those people are collecting will be used for this purpose. Ah, here is Father LeBret. Father, would you tell the people the story of LeBret?
Oh, why, of course, Monsieur LaRock. The community was always referred to as the mission for obvious reasons. We have the church, the residential school.
Father, no disrespect, but would you get on with the story of how the community got its name?
Why, of course. Long before you were a man, Monsieur LaRock, I remember it start with the petition.
Sign the petition. It says we want our town to be named Mission. Sign the petition. Sign the petition. Sign the petition. Do we want our town to be named after him? No way.
called Little Chicago, eh, Father?
Oh, and you think that's funny, Mr. LaRock? But I think you should heed the words of the church. It has been said many times that Little Chicago should go.
Father, you know that we have the greatest respect for you and the church.
Oh, thank you. And I am glad to see that you are not above the church. I have never doubted the devotion of the Métis community. I only doubt conduct that the church views as inappropriate.
Oh, Father, you mean the New Year's celebrations? Our people work hard all year long. We are allowed one day to celebrate, are we not? Now, would you get on with the story?
Well, the petition was signed by everyone, but there were already too many community with the name Mission, so we were refused. And when the mail bag came, it had my name, the Brat, on it, so the community were called the Brats.
Hey, I don't want his name for our town.
With some smooth word from his superior, the name stuck.
Just like changing our patron saint. Jay Zed, tell them about the Métis Nation. Wish I could be around to help you organize.
Ah, that is my dream, to organize the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan. We must stick together. Our children will never forget the events of the Red River. The land promised there was never delivered.
Land again! It always comes back to the land. You must take it. Give it back to your mother. Give it back to your mother.
My mother cannot solve the problems of your people. Now that is easier said than done.
And what do you got to complain about? You people have it easy. No Indian agents, no pass system, freedom.
Easy? Now hold on a minute, trickster. We maybe should have realized we were horning in on your territory. But nobody had it easy. Are you kidding? Work, work, work. That was life in the territory.
work never stopped. Not in those early years, but the worst. The most unbearable hardships were the winters.
My people were the first to come to this land, centuries before the Wapskowiak. We taught them the knowledge and the skills to survive. And how do they repay these gifts? With lies, Indian agents, passes, and permits.
I finally understood. And I tried, not that I really could, but I tried to make up for the ignorance and prejudice of the people and the greed of my government. My mother saw many more winters come and go. The train came to Fort Capel in 1911. The town exploded with new prosperity.
On the brand new track, the iron mark puppet with the smoke so black. We've come a long way, further yet to go. No matter how far we roam, we'll have a train to bring us home. Now the town is booming, and we have the tools, and we'll build the buildings, and we'll build the schools. We can see the future, and it's coming back. We can learn the lessons, building from the past. We come a long way, and we're yet to go. No matter how far we roam, we'll have a train to bring us home. We come a long way, and we're yet to go. No matter how far we roam, we'll have a train to bring us home. We come a long way, and we're yet to go. No matter how far we roam, we'll have a train to bring us home. Yes, we'll have a train to bring us home.
The future capital of the province of Saskatchewan. Oh, they made Regina the capital. Ooh, that ate the legislature. Now there's a good joke. Listen. Can you hear that? Hear what? My mother is laughing too. She is happy that Regina saved her from the seat of government.
Look, fool, hand over that butt. Listen, fool, you think you're so superior, eh? Just watch how we trample your clowns and scores through the years.
Triumphed? Are you kidding? If we hadn't come over, you wouldn't know how to play.
Oh, yeah, we had sports long before you guys ever come.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Calling Lake Sports Game. Here you'll be able to view the great athletes of our time and days gone by.
You're not going to forget our games, are you?
Of course not, madam. Hundreds of years ago, a game called Castilles was played in the valley. Essentially a game like lacrosse.
If Mother could only see me now. Hey, no joke, it was a woman's game.
1867 is the first recorded skate in Saskatchewan. Here's Agecoutay!
What you can do with a couple of those files attached to your boots?
Cricket and polo were played at the turn of the century.
Cricket, a wonderful game that's played in the valley.
The Fort Capel Bicycle Club of 1902 was enjoyed both by men and women.
What does he mean, enjoyed both by men and women? He should see. This is one of the few times we women were allowed out in public.
Exactly. I often wonder what the outcome of a curling match would be between the women of the town and the men.
Sportscast, ladies. Now, 1920, here's former Bruin, Eddie Shore.
I want to thank the valley for frozen ice and open spaces.
And who can forget the renowned members of the valley? Paul and Paul the Smiths.
We were long-distance runners, the first native runners.
That was my freedom.
Whoa, Steve. Now let's cool things down a bit and take you back to the ice with the curling champion of 1933-34, Mr. Sip the Undertaker.
Yeah, we won. That was a good team and a good year to win.
I was a player for the Sioux Indians. We won the championship. People told me to try for the Pats that year, so I did. And I was never let out on the ice for a tryout. They never told me why. That often angered me.
Thank you, Mr. Morton Thompson. And now, back to you, fool in the socky chuck.
I want it back, fair and square.
You tricked me, that's not square.
Tricks are all that you have left me.
Don't go blaming me for everything that's happened to you. It's not my fault.
Enough! What have you done?
Early son, times are tough. People are hungry. I get credit at my store for people in need. I was hungry at one time, too.
1945. The year they flew up the sacred rock. Why? To build some dams so they can float their boats.
1945. This is the place. Today I've come to give the last offering for this buffalo. It will blow up today. This day will be remembered by many people in the valley.
Come on. It's a rock. It's not a shrine, for crying out loud.
Gold is a rock. Like gold, this rock holds power for those who believe in it. Unlike gold, this power is for the human spirit.
Well, okay, I can agree with that, but it's not going to help. The rock is going to go. Look, it's a new century. Time marches on. Don't get stuck in a circle going around and around.
We are riding a tight wire of time. Genesis to Revelation. March on time till the earth blow up. One is never lost in a circle. For when you're in a circle, you always know where you are by returning to the beginning.
So what are you going to do about the rock?
Nothing. There's nothing to do. I've come here to watch.
Who are these people?
I don't know. Just watch.
Come. Put your cloth here.
Won't we get in trouble? They say at the residential school that we're supposed to follow the church, the true God.
I have no argument with the church or the people in town. It's important that you know how to take care of our ancestors. That's why we are here, so you can live with Muslim and Cookham. Does it matter if we get in trouble anymore?
I'd rather live with Muslim and Cookham.
Come, we must go now. Remember, any of our people go to church and burn sweetgrass. This is not a problem for them. There's no right or wrong when it comes to this thing, prayer.
Is this what you mean about the rock and its power?
Maybe. Come.
When we come to Saskatoon, maybe from Regina, we search the province up and down, there is no place finer. Now we see that picture at the Reserve Florence State Pier. It's on the gypsy one that we gotta have a wait here. Where will we float our boat when we're on vacation? Where will we float our boat when we need recreation?
Hey, I didn't do it!
I did not have to work outside of the reserve before the flooding of the hayfield.
Putting on my boots and walking to work.
Make sure you leave on time so you won't be late.
When you arrive, it's good morning. How are you? The weather's not too bad now that it's summer. Yes, I'll get to the floors right away.
Me, I'm fine. Yes, I'll watch the baby while you're outside.
You know, it's funny how I watch other people's kids more than I see my own.
Morning. You don't go along. No, ma'am, I'm not talking about that. Skene, look at the chickens before I came. No, I didn't forget that today was laundry. Yes, I told my husband I'd be home late tonight.
My husband and I used to have a good little farm until they built the dams a couple of years ago.
You know, some white farmers lost their land too.
We used to sell our hay to the RCMP for many years. Now my husband works on a farm near the reserve when there is work.
Each year after the dams were built, the land started to disappear little by little.
The men would start at different farms along the lake. They would cut the hay. It was hard work, but it was also a lot of fun.
And bale it and haul it to big red rats.
I remember it used to come in all dirty and dusty from the soil.
We did our own work back then. We benefited from that work. No, ma'am. I'm talking to nobody. Yes, ma'am. I'm doing my work.
I often wonder what the old people would think. First, we have to stop hunting because there is no game. Now we have to stop farming because there is no land.
I think we lost more than the land.
When the dams came, we lost a deep sense of the community.
My children used to be able to look at their parents with pride and joy in their eyes. No, they see their parents leave the reserve every morning to go to work for other people.
But we all know nothing lasts forever. Nobody told us about the change in our land.
There's no compensation for the land that was swallowed up by the water.
Good night, ma'am. I'll see you next Monday. Have a good weekend. No, the kids won't be coming back.
We'll see you later. My kids? No, the kids won't be coming home this weekend.
Good night. The walk home always seems a little easier. I guess it's because we get paid at the end of the day.
When I walk home, I think of nothing. I just look at the sun and the beautiful colors the summer sky brings, and I think of freedom.
I don't like the walk here or home. It makes me lonely for my kids. I think of how I tricked my kids into going to the residential school. I'm sorry, my babies. I love you.
Hey! Hey! It's amazing what they can do with these things nowadays, eh? Hey, look, weed! And check out the fertilizer.
Not bad, not bad. But look who's coming.
Oh, no! Do you know any disappearing tricks?
Hey, get off my tractor, Dave!
Your tractor, is it?
So it belongs to the bank. Just get off!
The guy talk didn't even help a bit. You're in a pit, in a snit. Grain prices sinking all the time. Oh, you die,
It works like a charm, and go right on blood, and never will lose in the sloughs and the mud. I dearly love my tractor, painted green.
I've been to the bank, Janet.
Listen to this.
Did you hear me?
Jack, my grandmother was one of the last white people to see a sundown. Of course, isn't it?
I don't give a damn.
Jack.
A hoot. I don't give a hoot about your dances with wolves.
I know you don't, Jack. That's the problem.
The problem is we're about to lose our land and you'd rather sit there worrying about people we don't even know.
And why don't we know them, Jack? Tell me that.
We don't know them because they live on reserve. We live on our farm, breaking our backs to make loan payments, working the land, and taking off the farm jobs. Those people, they don't have to mortgage their land.
Because they don't own their land, Jack. Look, we both work off the farm, right?
Exactly.
Because we can't make a living from the grain, right?
Right.
But do you remember Miss... Do you remember Mrs. Bear, who used to clean my mother's house? She had the same complaint. Can't make a living from farming anymore. Nothing so down to Bill. That's why I'm here minding you.
Not a nice thing to say to a child.
She was telling me the truth, Jack.
The truth is, Janet, I've been to the bank and they're calling in our loans.
It's really happened. We are going to lose the land. So now what do we do?
Maybe you should stop feeling responsible for other people's lives.
Jack, we are all responsible for everything.
Our land is everything.
Hey! Where'd you get that jacket so Sally Ann?
You should talk. Look at those pants. They make you look like a punk leopard.
I bet you can't do this.
gonna learn you can't beat me.
The day you realize I already have, that you can't do it again.
When are you gonna realize that you are lost?
I'm not lost. I knew exactly where I was the moment I found out where I was going.
So why don't you go home then?
Why did you go home?
Now that's funny.
Hey, I'm sorry. Oh, I was wrong. Quit bugging me, okay?
Hey, where's your National ball?
Oh, no! Hello? Hello?
Good news, Mona. No more red tape, and Ottawa's going to turn over land entitlement.
Ironic, isn't it? Now the band council will be the landlord.
Ha, ha, ha. You won't ever let me off the hook, would you?
No way. Not until you see the light. In the paper, you said, we'll develop this land as we see fit. Remember, you said, even so...
I was misquoted.
You didn't say,
nobody can own the land. The land owns itself.
What I meant to say was that now they will have to admit as to who owns the land.
That's what you told me, not what you told the paper.
Welcome to the white man's world, Mona. This is 1992, remember?
I'm not asking anyone to live in the past, but you could think of using the land in balance. There are some people who are willing to put their money into projects that are sensitive to the land.
Yes, sure. I hear what you're saying.
Remember, Star Blanket and Tripod. They never throw away their beliefs, even after the signing of treaties. They were truly Indian.
Now you're calling me a red apple?
I didn't say that. I said, remember.
How's your head?
It hurts, butthead.
Right forehead.
Hey, I want to try something.
Me too.
You are white.
Yes, you are brown.
Yes, you are human.
Yes, you are human. Yes. It is a new era, and it is an old era. We have come full circle.
In the beginning, there was a need.
It jumps around and I
In the
don't know
beginning, there was no need.
In the beginning, there was equality.
And then along came the Métis.
There has been oppression.
There has been kindness.
Lock your doors. There has been ignorance.
Our ancestors.
And tradition.
The church. Remember.
We remember.
Forgiveness. Forgive. We must never forget.
the bridge.
My mother is with us.
Your mother this, your mother that. Who is your mother anyway?
Don't play the fool. My mother is the valley. She is the land. She is also the church. And she is our ancestor. My mother is what makes us human. She is what binds us. She is all of this and none of this. My mother divides us.
She's what makes us whole. She is real. And we are her dream.
Solo on the music stand.
One voice calling across the ages, joined by another, and speaks of the past. Soon the voices of thousands gather, weaving the plural together at last. Just like a harmony chorus sounding through past and present and time yet to come. We must remember that all things living are equal in every way under the sun. Close the circle, the play is